out, I guess, the ways to be more productive, obviously. So it was interesting. I went in looking for lifelong learning, but I didn't hear a lot of it, so they just touched on it briefly.
Why don't we start with the first discussion question, which is, one of the key elements of all sessions was enhancing productivity. How do we incent Ontarians and Ontario businesses to invest in themselves? So how do we get productivity?
Say that again, invest?
How do we get Ontarians and Ontario businesses to invest in themselves? So we want to increase productivity in Ontario.
So how do we get everyone else to do it for us?
Is this sort of touching on our session directly?
Yeah.
Well,
I think
to the poverty one to me is quite obvious, and I think it seems to be quite obvious to the main speakers. Is you get them out of poverty and you get them into the working. We need more government to assist that transition they go from poverty, where they get assistance, to now they're out and they don't have all the benefits. So that transition has to be filled in. Somebody going, as they say, from poverty, and they get all these benefits, these life which you're familiar with, and then they suddenly are able to get a full-time job, and that's good. And all these other benefits, it neutralizes. You're out there and you're basically on poverty again. So chances for failure are right there. So that's what we have to do. They have to look at that, invest in that. In the long run, we're all going to benefit from it.
Yeah, I think we did some improvements with the previous government. They did do some improvements to Ontario Works that I have been able to see a measurable difference in improving from when they accept a job. But we're talking about still in the poverty rates. We're talking about the minimum wage bracket. And the minimum wage bracket has improved, but they are still living in poverty. The biggest issue, I think, is we've taken our eye off that. It's kind of like, okay, we fixed that. No, we haven't fixed it. We improved it, but there's still so much more improvement that needs to be done in that respect. So they're able to hold on to their benefits for, I think, up to a year now after they get a job. It used to be $1 for dollar, so for every dollar you earned at work, welfare took $1 back. Now it's 50 cents on every dollar, until such time as you're cut off the welfare system.
Has improved.
So that has improved, and it has gotten easier for them to accept jobs even at the low income bracket area. What I'm seeing, just myself personally, being in the professional area, is that there is still a gap between taking them, okay, they're working, they've proven that they have the communication skills, that they're trustworthy, reliable, and everything like that. How do we move them up out of the education bracket, the minimum wage bracket? And that's where we're leading into the education aspect that we discussed today, that you were at. And that's where I'm kind of interested in, because I think that's where we need to put a little bit more concentration, because we do have a lot of nonprofits that are saying we can get them a job. We just can't get them the job that they should be at. We can get them into Walmart, we can get them into McDonald's, we can get them into these menial task jobs. But this guy's an engineer.
Yeah, he's overqualified.
He's overqualified. Yeah. This person has their grade 12. They could be in manufacturing. Why aren't they getting there? Someone discussed actually at the seminar I was at that if you blank out the name and the school in a resume, you're going to have a whole list of different people coming in to interview. Right? So if we encourage companies to not factor those things in, take that out of the, broaden their mind, broaden what they're looking at, or limit what they're looking at, because unbeknownst to them, I think, they're disqualifying people that are actually quite capable of bringing them what they need, which is that productivity. So, did we get anything off of that?